Well, hello, all you junior arborists. My name is Laura, and I work for Strathcona County Emergency Services. That means that I work at the fire station. Now, my job isn't putting the fires out with the hose like the firefighters. I teach. So, seeing as it is Arbor Day and I work at the fire department, I think it would probably be a good idea to talk about wildfire. In order to learn about wildfire, it's important to understand what a tree needs to become big and strong, as well as what it takes to create a healthy forest. Can you think of what a tree needs to grow big and strong? Who thought of the sun? The sun is very important to trees. They need it for the energy and the warmth. Did anybody think of soil? Soil is where the tree gets its nutrients, and it's where the roots spread to allow the tree to grow big and tall. I bet you all remembered water. Water is important to every living thing, even a tree. I bet you're all thinking a glass of water right now might be nice. Hang on, not that kind of space. Trees need space to grow. Their roots need to spread out as well as their branches. But do trees need fire? This is actually a trick question. Fire is actually part of the natural cycle of the forest. Trees called coniferous trees, that are like pine trees, make pine cones, and the fire allows the seeds to open so another tree can grow. Also, wildfire cleans the forest floor of all the shrubs and grass and dead leaves to allow new growth. About 150 years ago, wildfires would happen every 5 to 10 years, often caused by lightning. Because of these fires, the forest floors were much healthier because they burned all the debris, all the leaves and pine needles and pine cones, and allowed for new growth of trees and plants. It also meant that when another fire would come through, it would be faster. It wouldn't have much to burn. It wouldn't go up the trees and cause that crown fire that's so dangerous. It would just quickly pass through and not damage many trees at all. As more and more people began to live close to the forests, the higher the need there was for the firefighters to put those fires out to protect the homes. Firefighters are really good at their jobs, so those fires got put out very quickly. But then there began to be a buildup of the pine needles, branches, and leaves that were on the forest floors. With all this buildup, a wildfire now could take longer to go through the forest because there's more to burn. The fires would now become more intense and bigger. With the buildup, they could climb higher up and get to the top of the trees, causing a lot of damage to the trees, as well as move treetop to treetop, which is called a crown fire. It moves fast and is dangerous. This can also cause embers or sparks to move through the air and land near people's homes. So, what can we do? You can help protect your homes from wildfire by practicing some fire smart activities in your own yard. Fire smarting means keeping your yard close to your home free from combustibles. Combustibles are things that can burn. Fire smart activities are things that the whole family can do together. There are harder jobs, but there are easier jobs too. So the grown-ups can mow the lawn and clean the gutters, but maybe you can clean up the litter from the fences and on the lawn and put it in the trash can. Maybe you can rake up those leaves, pine needles, and pine cones from underneath the trees, moving wood piles away from the house, and helping cut the branches on low-hanging trees. These are all things that the whole family can do together to keep your home safe from wildfire. So let's review some of the things that we learned today. We talked about how trees, to be healthy, need sun, soil, and room to grow. We talked about how fire is a natural life cycle of the forest. We also talked about how FireSmart helps protect your homes from wildfire. Now, it is important to know that you too can make a difference. You're not too young to FireSmart. You too can make a difference. Why don't you try some FireSmart activities today? Thank you guys for listening and have a fantastic day.